Hey, I'd like to make a Dota rap.
I got a first pick. Should I get Beastmaster?
Forget Beastmaster, I'm the Beat Master. Yo, Lumi, give me a beat.
Hey, yo, they rap about sex, drugs, and money.
But we Asian rapping straight from TS3.
Yo, this is MC Hit and DJ Lumi.
Coming at you with a Dota commentary.
Hoping Ice Rock won't nerf our OP rap.
Cause this is dedicated to that team fat.
Hey, I heard that MYM team is pretty rad.
Well, all I see is Pusher playing bad.
Checking the CS on that Chaos night.
Look, Lumi's gonna miss another team fight.
Nah, man, my commentary's a hella tight.
Cause we be a pair of Asian gangsters.
What? That even rhyme?
It's like cause I'm the Beat Master.
店少店的烟味，明白隔壁是过树冠，店里面的妈妈桑擦的有啥？短脚寻找武士老板猎铁沙上甩。
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Luminous coming at you with another Pro Dota commentary, and today I'm bringing you ADC tournament, Asian Dota Championship, and this is Nirvana China versus Starsboba, game 1 of 2. And I really like ADC as a tournament, and I'm trying something new out today. Not gonna talk about the hero too much. I'll just bring up the hero screen to let you guys talk, kind of look, and I'll just talk about ADC a little bit. ADC is just a online tournament, Asian only, so lags is not gonna be an issue, and people play for points, so they only play 2 games between each other. So if you win a single game, and if you win one and you lose one, you only get a point. If you lose both, you get 0, and if you win both, you get 3. So this is like day 4 or something like that, and I think Nirvana China right now is ranked 2 with ridiculous amount of points, and Starsboba is ranked 7, or I believe 6 or 7, I want to say. And I think like half a month ago or even a month ago, Starsboba was considered one of the best teams in Asia. They actually beat I think Nirvana China, like eHome, LGD. They actually stood up against the Chinese and actually beat them. And now they haven't been doing too well, and that's because one of their core player, star player, Manga Q, went to school, so now they kind of lost their big player. Anyways, if you look at some of the heroes, I think that the hero that caught your eyes is the most is the Faceless Void. Speaking of Faceless Void, if you look at his inventory, a Poor Man's Shield and an Ironwood Branch does cost you 600 gold. So one of his support player actually handed him a Tango. I see Brewmother actually going this kind of core with someone getting his Tango a lot, and it's probably one of these. Witch Doctor that gave him the Tango. Notice that he does not have a full 400 gold inventory after buying chicken and warts. Anyways, we will see a Kunkka solo mid, and I will talk about more this later. Why I love Kunkka solo mid. Well, no, why I love Kunkka solo mid in this particular game, but anyways, I also have noticed that I think Nirvana China has maybe a Nirvana changed sponsorship name or something. It used to be Nirvana Giga, now it's Nirvana Cherry. One sounds distinctively cooler than another, but whatever. We will see a Kunkka versus Lion solo mid. Not the most standard laning, but it'll do. Hopefully it'll make it an entertaining game. This is game 1 out of 2. I believe I'll cast both this game. As we see, Wimmer is actually going to mid lane. Probably realizing that there is going to be a tri-lane top anyway, so she's not going to have any EXP anyways. So might as well go mid. But when you go mid like this, you're going to get perfect chains done by Nirvana China. 1 hit away. Wow, that ring of protection definitely saved her life there. Man, if she didn't have that 2 extra armor, she would have been dead for sure. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, we do see Puck going against the tri-lane of Lich, Witch Doctor, and a Void. Speaking of this tri-lane, I really love this tri-lane. It's extremely defensive. Time Walk, Time Lapse, and Voodoo Restoration, Frost Armor. That's a lot of defensive spell. And I would really love if these tri-lane go against each other, Silencer, Necrolite, and a Vengeful tri-lane versus that defensive tri-lane I just went about. It's a really clash of offensive and defensive power. It looks like the laning stage is really just messed up now. We do see just 2 hero going big at bottom lane. Puck is just forced to churnly mid. Venge is a mid too. And meanwhile, we do see a Lich babysitting the Kunkka mid. So really, all the lanes are pretty messed up here, as we do see Silencer just mano on this Windrunner. Ring of Protection or not, you are going to take a lot of damage from a curse and a lot of glaive attacks. So both of the carries from each team are farming fairly well, but I gotta say, any time of the day, I want a Void having more farm. Oh, and you can see that Witch Doctor actually there helping out his teammate by hitting the range creep once, and then allowing his Void to actually get the last hit, and that's really high class kind of team play action that generally in public game your support player mess up your last hit. We do see Lich picking up Dark Ritual level 2. I'm not a big fan of this. Level 1 Dark Ritual, it's a 55-second cooldown, 50-second cooldown. It's a long ass cooldown. And if you actually work out the math to it, as we see, Windrunner is probably gonna die here. Yeah, Windrunner's gonna die here. One more hit, there you go. Yeah, the reason I don't like Dark Ritual on Liches, especially on kind of a babysitting or a trialing kind of like that, is that it's a 55-second cooldown. So if you want it for the pure EXP deny, sure, it's a really great effect, but the cooldowns for so long is that it's just simply not worth it. If you think that, okay, well, I'm getting it for the mana regen, as we see Void actually harassing the puck. If you're getting for the mana regen here, if you actually work out the math, if you consume a full HP melee creep, you actually get like 50 mana after, yeah, around 50 mana. So that's pathetic. That's like almost less than 1 mana per second gain if you average it out. And for spending a skill point on it, I don't think it's that worth it. Maybe it's worth it to pick it up around like 10, but at that point, you know, it doesn't heal enough to make it worthwhile anyways. As we see, Silencer actually going mono on this Windrunner again. She's really out damaging the Windrunner, forces the Windrun. There was a magic missile. I'm gonna point this a little gank out later as they pick off the Windrunner once again. If you look at what the DGC instance, I believe, yeah, that's a DGC instance. Not DGC instance, just Nirvana instance. What instance did there was that he waited for the Windrun to be casted, and then threw the magic missile. A lot of times I see, you know, the magic missile be thrown before the Windrun, and a lot of times is that you probably won't kill her, and then she'll just Windrun the hell out. What he did was, you know, stun, and then the enemy team just walk closer and just kill. So kind of a backwards kind of thing. And we do see Kunkka actually now kind of doing a roam. Oh yeah, I was talking about why I really like this kind of a solo mid Kunkka. Lately I've been really trying out as a kind of a semi-support Kunkka instead of a carry Kunkka. I personally don't think carry Kunkka is the best way to play Kunkka, because if you want to dump 10k gold onto a single hero, there are a lot better heroes to dump it on, and Kunkka is just not the best of carries, especially if you watch that commentary between E and I. The hell yeah, Kunkka, no matter how baller that Kunkka was, late game he is just not the awesome force that a lot of people think he is. So lately I've been experimenting a lot with kind of a semi-carry Kunkka, which I find it a lot more enjoyable to play and far more effective too. And then that's why I was saying, you know, since there's a voice, since there's a Windrunner, there probably will be kind of a semi-gank Kunkka as well, and he's really doing just that right now. But he's doing pulls and stuff, which I really don't like. If you observe that he actually picked up Torrent, level 2 Torrent at level 4, which I don't like as well, because if you're gonna go for gank heavy, you probably need X's, and especially if you're going against a puck, you definitely want to get at least 2 level X. But he's not picking up any level of X, so not too sure what's going on. Meanwhile, checking on farm, we do see Void at 33-9 and the Necrolite at 33-9 himself. So fairly even farm, but I think Void getting the same amount of farm as a range Necrolite is more kudos to the Void. Oh wow, we'll see a Chronosphere. That torn a little bit too early, but if the Chronosphere wasn't casted, he would have ran right into the right into Torrent. So really well done by Void there. Good job in picking up the easy kill. They're using his Chronosphere. One thing I like about Void is that a lot of players think Void as a kind of a DPS, late game DPS hero, and yes, he could do that, and he does that extremely well. But I think the strongest point of Void is the ability to initiate like no other. You guys all have been, oh, nice Shackle Shot, but again, missed Torrent from who? From ME here. Definitely not Hell Yeah Torrents, if you get what I mean. Yeah, speaking of Void, one of the biggest thing I do like about Void is that he could initiate so well as Banana here. Wow. By the way, DGB is actually DG Banana, and DGP is DG PIS, Yafit, and DGC is actually just DGC. And maybe they're actually having some fun. This is actually just though an instance on the Venge, I believe. Instance on Venge. There you go. Anyways, yeah, Void. I mean, Chronosphere initiation is one of the most underrated kind of form of initiation. When you think initiation, you think of Earthshaker, Tie Hunter, and Black Hole and all that stuff. But Chronosphere is a huge initiative on its own. If you look at the Sentinel lineup, they do have really good kind of follow-up to a perfect Chronosphere, which is the Torn Ship, which is the Chain Frost, the Cask, Maledict, and all that stuff. As we see Lion coming in, let's see if they're going to focus on the Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor is going to take a finger. Yeah, he is going to take a kill, but Voodoo Restoration is going to kill him a lot. Let's see if Yafet could get the hell out. Yafet is going to be time walked and taken off, but it looks like the Void going to be in a little bit of trouble. Should be switching his threat to power, threat, strength, but I don't know what he's doing. He's actually walking back to the tower to take a hit. I don't think it's going to be good. He's going to eat a magic missile, and he is going to be dead. Yeah, there you go. Well played by Scourge there. Sentinel is actually going to come around with getting some hits of that Venge. Venge a little bit in trouble here. He is going to take an Urn. There is enough mana for another Torrent. Torrent only costs 120 mana. Let's see if he's going to get him off. No, he is not. Vengeful Spirit lives to fight another day. Meanwhile, Scourge taking this time to actually go and take the top tower. I think throughout that entire exchange, Sentinel actually fell behind that. Of course, they lost their Void, even if Void got the kill. We do see Necrolite just free farming up top, getting the top tower. So I'll keep in mind the bottom tower was denied by the great last hit of Banana. So well played by DGB there. Meanwhile, on the mid lane, we do see Silencer getting some level as well. This game has actually been extremely rare with team lane hopping and all that stuff. And as a result, we do see like the kind of support in heroes getting a lot of EXP as well here. We do see Yafet is still not even close to his dagger. He is only sitting at 100 gold. Yeah, he's not even close to dagger at all. So going into this mid game, I have to say probably is going to be in favor of Scourge just based on the hero alone. But maybe towards the late game, the team fight potential of Sentinel is probably gonna pull out. So if Nirvana wants to win, they really gotta end this game around 30 to 45 minutes. They can't really drag it out all too long. And looking at the item choices of the if I'm guessing the item choices, excuse me, for Scourge, I think they really will get a Mecha and then just Shiva from the Necrolite, because the heal in conjunction with the extra armor against the Void will be really, really good. But they also have to keep in mind they really need just raw HP to withstand the AoE barrage of Sentinel. So there's that too. But anyways, looks like there is going to be some initiation going on this Puck. Puck is just taking a lot of Tiebringer slash. It looks like they're going to go in for the Puck. Puck is going to take a Chronosphere, a nice Torrent to follow up, so they will pick up the Puck fairly easily. So another kill goes to the Void, and that's not what you really want, feeding like the Void like this. Void actually has a Claymore, wow. So maybe going for a Lothar's Edge, I can't say that's going to be a Battlefield. That's too weird to have a Face of Soy going for Battlefield. Lothar's not that bad, not that bad. It looks a little bit published, being that you could dust review, but if you think about it, you can't use like prevention dust. Dust costs a bit of money, and there's a really long cooldown. So if you dust once, you can't dust again in the battle. Looks like there is a Torrent actually. Oh, there is a cast, and there's gonna be some Chain Frost action here. Roshan taking the Chain Frost. Says, yeah, I'll take one for you. Whoa, Yafet getting 2 kills at once. Really well done here. Looks like he's gonna go for a third kill tower, hitting on the Lich a little bit here. Let's see if they're gonna get some nice impale. They're gonna pick up the Lich for a triple kill. Couldn't get doing a lot of damage. Kimina, he does have a Frost armor blocking a lot of damage, and they will pick off the line there. So a lot of kills being traded back and forth, but I gotta say Scourge again coming ahead of those exchange. I think they lost 2 hero for the price of 4 or 3 or something like that. So they really won the number advantage there. And meanwhile, all this time Nirvana Zoe is just free farming to his heart's content. But let's see if there's gonna be some gank going on here. Nirvana Zoe's actually saying he bought something just now. Let's see what he buy, and that is gonna be mecha parts. A lot of mecha parts being fair to him. And let's see if he's gonna, after his mecha, going for that Shiva's or maybe a Vanguard. I think Shiva's gonna be the best here, but we will see. We will see. And also, oh yeah, a tip, kind of a tidbit of advice for you guys. If you guys see Void in pub games, which Void in pubs you see fairly often, is that if you're kind of a support player and try to help out your team against a Void,